Aviation in Kenya is seen as a thriving industry, with the number of aircraft registered and the daily flights recorded at the main airports dwarfing the entire East African community. The region has been receiving huge interest from major airlines. Joining us for a look at investments within Kenya's airline industry is Kimathi Ikiao. He's an independent analyst. A very good afternoon to you, Kimathi. Before I talk about the investment opportunity within the sector, let's just look at Gulf Air. Now, Gulf Air is the third airliner to say that it will be exiting the Kenyan market. Did they perhaps give a reasoning to this move?
A very good afternoon to you, Mashudu. Yes, indeed, Gulf Air actually did give a reason, and it seems to be a particularly generic one as far as the airline industry is concerned. What they alluded to is a lot of cost issues, and which have led to losses on their part as far as the operation of flights into and from Nairobi's JKIA are concerned. So the real issue here is that the airline industry is a very, very competitive industry, and we always have players wanting to come in, as much as we also have players wanting to get out of various operation points. And at this point in time, unfortunately for Gulf Air, the market wasn't able to really appreciate their service offering.
Indeed, when you talk about a competition, it was quite a tough competition landscape playing out there. We know that Emirates has got a large presence in Kenya, and then we've also got KQ. Could you kindly talk us through the competition landscape and who are the big players right now?
Oh yes, it is a very competitive landscape. The big players seem to be Emirates, Kenya Airways, Ethiopian Airlines, and the more traditional British Airways, and sometimes even for those traveling into Southern Africa, especially SAA is also a big market player in that. So with these, we all see that there are many times national carriers for different countries, and they all favor Nairobi, operating to and from Nairobi because of the geographic opportunities that the JKIA hub has to offer, especially when you look at it in terms of Pan-African operations. We have Nairobi playing host to Sub-Saharan and Eastern and Central Africa's big hub. So for Kenya, it really is a pure issue of geographic favorability.
Indeed. Then we've also got this talk of low-cost airlines. We know that FastJet will be starting operations next month. That's in Tanzania. They're still waiting for approval in Kenya. And then we have Kenya Airways coming through with Jumbo Jet. Is East Africa ready for low-cost airlines at this stage?
Yes, that is the big question at hand, and for a long time we've had several players also wanting to come in as the low-cost carriers. One of the big ones that made a lot of splashes in the headlines but did not actually take off was OneJet1, and really the market offering has been geared towards the higher end of the market, the mid-market level, which for most people is really not affordable. In Sub-Saharan Africa, remember, a lot of people are still living beyond the $2 a day level, subsistence level. So bringing down those costs and availing airline transportation to everybody is really what is on every investor's mind. And East Africa actually is ready. However, there are quite a number of issues that really need to be sorted out. We need better infrastructure. We need improved ease of flows as far as the traffic is concerned, especially across border flows. So until Africa as a whole is able to do business seamlessly, this really will continue being a challenge.
And what kind of investment opportunities do you see for the private sector going forward within this airline industry?
Oh yes, within the airline industry there are a lot of investment opportunities actually virtually across the board, from the actual airlines themselves to airline service provision to financing options. We've seen AFDB come out and actually finance a lot of airlines, finance a lot of service providers as far as the airline industry is concerned. So it really is an issue of investors having the muscle and the risk appetite to come in and provide aviation services or aviation support services. So the playing field is really open as far as the investment opportunities are concerned. I've even dealt with several private investors wanting to go as far as build their own airports, which would really bring a lot of competition to the fore. So the markets are open and investors are always welcome.
Indeed, Kimathi, there's lots of investment going on, and when you look at the growth numbers, what kind of growth do you see coming out of the airline industry, particularly on a regional space?
At the regional level, I expect for more muted growth in terms of those airline revenues, in terms of the passengers, and but on the cargo front, I expect far much more growth coming, especially for this particular year. And this is because of the global crunch that there seems to be at this point in time. And one of the reasons actually where some airlines are exiting is because they're not really able to tap into their local markets and bring over tourists to this particular part of the world. So that really is a sticky point as far as the airline industry is concerned. But looking forward, these are actually cyclical issues which many times will be more than compensated for once things pick up.